Hi guys, welcome back to the FM Recruiter. We're reviewing yet another tactic and we're going to test it with the usual three teams, Manchester City, Wigan and Barrow. And today we are reviewing Southgate's dominant World Cup tactic by Josh Daly. So it's another one of Josh's tactics. Let's see how we get on. All right, so in terms of this tactic, it is going to be the 5-2-3 formation, or the three, however you want to word it. Essentially, it's 5 at the back, 2 holding midfielders, and then 3 attackers. That's the way Southgate had it working at the time. Obviously, in the World Cup just gone, he did move to a 4-2-3-1 formation, but we're looking specifically at the one he's used prior to that, so the Euros and the previous World Cup. Now, in terms of your defence, you're going to have 2 ball-playing defenders either side of a covering central defender. These guys are going to be taking more risks, so they're going to push on a little bit and look to create and pass off the ball into your midfield and pick out these 2 wingers. Your wing-backs are both going to be pushed up, looking to support, so they are going to run wider with the ball and try and get as further forward as they can to deliver crosses. You've got a ball-winning midfielder and a box-to-box midfielder. So your ball-winning midfielder is your enforcer. For, let's say, Manchester City, a Rodri, somebody like that. And then your box-to-box midfielder is somebody who's just going to go up and down the pitch, a la Paul Scholes, somebody in that kind of mould. You got a winger on the right-hand side, so they're going to look to cross in with some assistance from the wing-back on alternating between who crosses, and the other side is an inverted winger. So they're going to look to cut in. So maybe a left winger with a really strong right foot would be better on this side. Somebody like Sterling, Mane, somebody in that kind of mould. Up front and advance forward. So they're going to take more risks. They're going to try and get behind, and they're going to try and score as many goals as they can. In possession then, we pass it into space and we do play fairly wide. The reason for that is we've got 4 wide players on the pitch. It'd be stupid to play narrow. Shorter passing, but at a higher tempo, so we're going to look to play 1-2 touch football and knock it around the opposition, and we're going to let our players run at the defence as well. In transition, we're pressing, we're trying to win the ball back as early as we can, and when the goalkeeper gets the ball from a shot across, he's going to distribute it to the defence. We're not going to go any longer than that. We're going to look to play out to the ball, playing centre-backs, maybe even a short kick out to the wing-backs if it's on, but primarily the centre-backs will be receiving the ball from the goalie. And then out of position, we're in a mid-block with a standard defensive line. We're going to drop off quite more. We don't want to be letting their strikers run in behind us, and we're actually going to stop the crosses coming into the box. It's an interesting one when we have 3 centre-backs on the field that we're trying to stop the crosses. I personally, if I've got 3 centre-backs, I'm inviting them. Put them in, because I've got 3 6'5", 6'6" centre-backs who are just going to head the ball away constantly. But that is just my personal preference. We're using this straight out of the box from Josh. So that is how it works. We're now going to run the simulation for Manchester City, and we'll come back and see how they got on, and then we'll go Wigan and Barrow. So let's see what happened when we ran a season with Man City using this tactic. All right, so we've just finished the Man City season, and once again, Man City failed to deliver, finishing 4th, 17 points behind Liverpool this time. So we've brought it down slightly. I think it was 23 in the last one. Only 70 points. We actually lost 10 games and conceded 43 goals over the course of the season. In terms of statistics-wise, Erling Haaland smashed it, as you would expect, 43 goals. Now, he scored 43 goals. We only scored 71 over the whole season in the league. So that is pretty impressive. He was the highest rated player, Bernardo Silva, with the 2nd most assists in the league as well. If you look at the data hub, then expected goals, we were miles ahead of the rest of the league. Expected goals against, we were better, and shots per game, we were better as well. The problem we had is, once again, when you look at the schedule, if we go all the way back to the beginning, 3-0 to Arsenal, losing 4-3 to West Ham, and then 1-0 to Man City before smashing Liverpool 7-2. Liverpool, who won the league, by the way, and then lost to Crystal Palace 1-0 and Bournemouth 1-0. It's inconsistencies with this tactic, and it's a regular thing when you look at the middle part of the season, which was exceptional. That happens with City. We did lose 3 of our last 4 as well. So overall, not a fantastic tactic for City to use. When you look at the statistics, nobody else scored 10 goals all season. Erling Haaland actually got 66 over the course of the season, with Kyle Walker 10 assists, Jack Grealish got 9, De Bruyne got 9, you got Sergio Gomez, Phil Foden. So the assists were shared around, but at defence, it was just too sloppy. Ederson actually conceded 59 goals over the course of the season, only kept 20 clean sheets in all competitions in 57 games, which is pretty dreadful. Anyway, let's see how we got on using it with Wigan now. We tend to have more success with the lower league teams, so let's see how we get on. All right, so it's the 19th of February, and we've been sacked as Wigan manager. So it didn't go well. Currently, at this point in time, 22nd in the league. They've only won 8 games. Lost 17. It's pretty poor in terms of defensively. Ben Amos had conceded 45 goals in 33 games, 52 overall, and nobody had really hit the ground running with goals. Callum Lang 8, Ashley Fletcher 9, and this is obviously now they've had a new manager and they've gone to 4-4-2, so it is a little bit different. If we look at their schedule though and what they kind of did, it got off to a decent start. Preston 2-0, they won a couple of games, and then around about October, it just fell off a cliff. And I mean dramatically. So it didn't work. It wasn't solid at the back, and it didn't create chances. It definitely did not dominate in the Championship. We've got one more team to test it with. So far, it's failed with 2. Can Barrow somehow rescue this and show us that this tactic actually works? Let's find out. Okay, and that's the end of the Barrow save. On the 2nd of January 2023, we were sacked. Barrow sit 24th in the league as it stands. Let's have a look at the league. So 23 points from 24 games, minus 12 goal difference on a run of 4 defeats. Yeah, I mean, it again didn't work, which is a shame actually, because the players that played in the formation matched up quite well with it. Josh Gordon actually got 19 goals. The problem was defensively, attacking players should I say matched up really well. The problem was that defensively, Paul Farman 37 goals conceded. So this is the first time that we've failed with all 3 teams. Now, it could be that the game engine has been updated since this tactic was released. That is a really big possibility, and I will put that out there. However, it is it is also that this tactic might just not work. I'm going to go with more the game engine, though. I know Josh does a lot with his tactics. I'm going to, just based on what's happened in this, you've got to give it like a 2 out of 10. I hope he updates it, because with a new game engine, it might, it could be a really successful tactic. Download it. The link is in the description below. See how you get on with it, and let me know in the comments how you get on with it, because I'd be really interested to see if anybody can get this to work. And I will catch you in the next episode. I'll see you all soon.